Hey everybody, welcome to the Divine Feminine's channel and podcast. I'm Steph.dsa and I'm here with just a quick message for all of you because it was something that I felt today, I experienced today, and the message was just so clear that I thought I need to just share this. So before I start, don't forget to like and subscribe this channel, The Divine Feminines on YouTube, and we're out on all major podcast platforms. That's Apple, Spotify, Google, you name it, all of those. And then we're on IG and TikTok. It's Divine Feminines with a Z. And what do we talk about? All things moon manifestation, mind, body, soul empowerment, divine feminine, divine masculine, twin flame journey, high vibrational soul connections. And today's message is really about the twin flame journey. So I was out in the beautiful ocean and I was by myself. I was grateful to have that moment where actually it was quite serene, very subtle and subdued and very tranquil. And I was just hanging out by the ocean for a while. I was there just really tapping into the element of water. Several times I went back and forth. I was taking pictures, you know how you do. And then I was like, nope, leave the phone behind and just embrace this moment. And I actually put out a message that's on Instagram right now about the water and allowing ourselves to be like water, allowing ourselves to wash over any negative, frustrating thoughts or feelings or challenges or anything that might be, making you feel a little bit heavy or just a bit tarnished even. And just like as you would visualize yourself having a shower, allow yourself to just be washed over and cleansed over by that water. Every day is a new day, right? So that was what I was feeling when I was in the water actually at the beginning. Now, this is the way the universe works when the divine really wants to send a message. So start walking along the shore, let's say, and the waves are coming in and the tide was quite high. Some of the waves were quite heavy. And I was there just chilling out on the other side now. So I've walked to the other side and I felt something hit my shin. And I was like, ow, what is that? I looked down and it was a dead fish and it was huge. It was actually really big. The eyes were probably as big as my eyes. And I was like, because I didn't expect to see a dead fish. I even said to myself, Steph, in all the times that you've traveled, I'm a very, I'm a water baby in that sense. I wasn't born in water, but I'm a water sign. I have, my Scorpio sun and my Cancer rising, and I'm very much connected to the element of water. And I've traveled so much and I've been by the sea and I'm from a coastal area. So, I have such affinity to the water and to the coast. And in all my years from childhood to now, and, let's not mention any ages, I have experienced, little crabs in the sea, seeing fish swim. I've never seen a dead fish, and not even that big. So it wasn't even like a small one. Like maybe I've seen dead fishes, but not realized I've seen them, right? This one was huge. And so I said to myself, wow. So literally as I saw it, I was shocked and I stepped back and I thought, okay, got scared, right? So bear with me here. And then it washed away, kind of went back, but then it came even stronger in. So this dead fish was coming in even like fiercer with the waves. And then came up and was being brought onto the shore and really being brought very close to me. So what I'm feeling is that fish represents the divine masculine energy right now. And I was representative of the feminine energy, standing there in my power, just connecting and grounding to the earth and connecting with water to, my emotions, who I am, how I feel, but also grounding my stability, anchoring in, all of the lessons and the wisdom that I've been gaining, but also just being at peace with where I am right now. And I really felt that, right? I was really grateful. But the way the fish came in and just shocked me, I really felt that was the divine feminine, the divine masculine going, I'm going through a death, help. And that's what I really felt. The way it just hit my leg, I was like, whoa. And so afterwards, this was really coming to me. I really feel that the masculines, and if this resonates for you, if you are in a twin flame dynamic and your masculines have gone MIA or they've gone quiet or they're despondent, they're not very communicative, or they're a little bit anxious all over the place, they're being triggered, you know, just any of that type of vibration, right? They're very much likely going through a death, and really almost trying to sort of stop it in a way, like really frantic about it. That's what I felt from the energy of this dead fish hitting me. It's like they have died, right? There's an old version of them that has died, and they're almost like trying to almost avoid that. They're scared. They're scared of that, the old version of them dying, and they really are reaching to the feminine now. Not like, I don't feel that that's reaching out to the feminine by picking up the phone and going, hey, or going to meet them. Maybe some of you experiencing that, but I feel it's more on an energetic level, like they're really crying out for the feminine right now, but they don't want to really cry out in the 3D. Does that make sense? So they're doing it in this way. And the way that and they're almost resisting that they have to have this death, because the way that the waves pulled them back, and then pulled them back, but the waves being representative of like element of the divine, right? So the water, the waves pulling back this fish and then pushing it even further onto the shore. It was almost like going, right, you've got to get on that shore. You need to get on land now. You're done with the sea. That was also like another representation for me. So it's like, okay, you've died from the sea. Maybe now you need to be a land mammal, and you're not going to be a sea animal now. In your rebirth, you are going to become a mammal, or, you know, or you're resisting this death, but we're pushing it forward. Like, no matter what you do, you can resist it, delay it, hold back, try and hold on to an old version of you and try and stop this from happening. But we are going to, we are going to push it forward. So I feel, feminines, if you are experiencing your masculine got MIA, they're not making sense, they're not being contact, they're not responding to you, they are really going through something major. If you haven't heard from them for some time, that's definitely what they're going through. If you're thinking that they haven't been doing the work, they have been doing the work, but a tower moment might have also happened, because I feel like that wave was also representative of almost like when in the tarot you feel the tower coming down. Now, I haven't even pulled any cards yet, but I do want to pull a few just to see what else is coming from what I've channeled. But I quite like the fact that this message was very clear for me. And so I feel like they are stepping into now a phase of going into rebirth, but still clutching on to that death and not wanting to like let it go. It's really hard to let go of your old self. I've let go of many old selves. I was recollecting that recently to my dear soul sister, Joanna. And so shout out Joanna. And there's been so many lives, but every time you've kind of transitioned, I'm sure you can all relate that it's not so easy, because you get attached to certain things in the 3D, right? It's something that us humans do, but mastering detachment obviously is going to help us in our self-mastery. It's not easy though to let go of an old way of doing things, an old version of you. It's scary because you don't know what's going to come. So I really felt that fish is representative of where the masculines are today. And so have compassion, please. I want you feminines to stand in your power though. So I was standing in my power. Now check this out. This is part 2 of what I'm channeling here from what that experience gave me. I was standing there in my power. I was respecting the water and it coming in and the waves coming in. And yes, it was, some of them are quite fierce. And I was like, okay, I'm going to know my balance. I'm not going to go too far in to get washed out, because I don't think I would be able to survive those waves. So I stood in a place where I knew I could be grounded, right? But when the fish went back and came back in even more fiercer with the wave, I yelled and I ran. So my message for all my feminines is, when the masculine is going through this, and it's probably right now, if they start showing up and they're being a bit volatile and you do speak to them, don't be afraid. They may be saying things that trigger you. See what they are. We have a full moon in Gemini coming up. Why did I say full moon in Gemini? Full moon in Virgo, and the full moon in Gemini is at the end of December. So if anything happened at the end of December or around December times for you guys, and full moon in Gemini was also a lunar eclipse, if I'm right. So if anything was happening for you guys then, maybe it was a death of your own. Or something was going on. A cycle was closing out with the eclipse. Things were surfacing. But the full moon in Virgo, which I was meant to say, so anyway, obviously Spirit wants me to say something else, that is coming up in about a week's time. So, you know, there's an opportunity there to just let go of anything that you need to let go or shed of your skin. You know, what is it that you need to shed of your old self? So it's not, you know, remember that we are also the mirrors to our masculines, and where they're going through, they might be going through quite a horrendous like death. But I do feel like on some energetic level, we are also shedding of certain ways. And it could be, you know, starting to stand up and speak more. Or it could be just not giving your energy to certain people's circumstances, or really just, you know, not dwelling on the past, allowing the past narrative to collapse so that the timelines can collapse with them, so that you're not, you know, re-manifesting old timelines and old experiences, which, you know, we are the creator. So if we give thought and attention to past things that have been quite tough, have been difficult, and give them power, they're most likely to be attracted into our present and coming into our future. So I do feel that there is something for the feminine to shed. There is something related to the masculine and the feminine's relationship and dynamic to shed and to let go any fears, any sort of old versions of how we showed up. I also feel that the feminine may get triggered or tested when the masculine does come through after the death and wants to, you know, talk in his rebirthed version. And it could be triggering for the feminine. Like, you know, if he's trying to show up and speak, she may be thinking back to old times or feeling old behaviors, wanting to kind of peek again or seep through the cracks. So it's a time to also, you know, allow the past to be leave the past behind. And I've been getting that. Leave the past behind. Especially, you know, I'm not saying leave the good things behind. If there's good, genuinely good memories, you know, but things that, and the narrative that plays in your head that says they can't show up, the masculine's not done the work, you're not good enough, they're not good enough for you, or you're never going to make it work, or whatever it is, or that happened and he did this and I did that, or I could never forgive him. Like, if you're not in a place of forgiveness, then maybe this video is not for you. But I'm talking to those that have done a lot of the forgiveness and healing enough, and they're able to still transmute and further grow and develop. So if that resonates for you, then you're still listening, I probably would imagine. And yeah, I feel like when the masculine does come through after this death, he's going to come through. He might interact, he might be talking to you already, but as the conversations develop and as time goes on into the coming weeks, and as we lead up to Aries season particularly, so from this full moon into Aries season, which I know can be a very powerful time to step into the power of ourselves, the masculine is really going to start trying to find his way through his new self. The timings are not the same for everyone's dynamic, but I do feel like the Aries energy will help this. So when you are having those interactions, be mindful that it might make you want to run. It might make you want to pull back and go, I've been there before, I've seen this before. Try not to do the been there, done that type, you know, spiel, because no, you haven't been there, and no, you haven't done that, because you can never know what this new situation is and how it's going to manifest. So be open. Keep your heart open, keep your mind open, keep your energy open. Obviously protect your energy and be mindful of who you're giving it to, yes. And like I was saying, purge anything at this time. Allow it to be cleansed like the water cleanses you. And maybe start to think about that as we lead up to this powerful full moon in Virgo. I will do a video on that, so you can, you know, blend some of the advice from that into what I'm saying here. And anything that's really frustrating you from the masculine pulling back, especially right now, know that he's going through a major death. And, you know, we can go through many deaths. I tell you, as a Scorpio, I've had many deaths and many rebirths. And you know what? I probably have another 10, 20, maybe 2,000, 100 more. Is that even a word, like a number? 2001, 2100, 2500, or 200,000, should I say? I don't know where that came from. I need to go and eat dinner. Anyway, so I hope this helps. I want to pull some cards, so wait right there. When I pulled the cards, on the back of the deck, I saw the King of Cups, the Muse of Emotions, and I also saw the Page of Cups. And I literally am feeling that allow this process to take its course. Allow it to do what it needs to do. Let nature do what it needs. Let those waves just come in and come out, whether they're high tide, low tide, whatever they are, big wave, small wave. Allow it to happen, because communication will come in. Your masculine does love you extremely. It's a very deep love, and a message will come in when the time is right. This connection isn't over. It might feel very heavy right now, or it might feel very distant. Whatever those feelings are, just really focus on what you need to release. Really focus on how it's making you feel, and what you don't want to carry through. Ask yourself what you want from this connection. Start to embody the new timeline. Start to let go and really think about what you want to create. You want to keep an open heart. You want forgiveness. You want healing. You want harmony. You want things on a more, balanced plane, and, vulnerability and openness to share. You want that healing for both of you, because you've both gone through horrendous experiences, I'm sure, and challenging, triggering moments. Oh, God. Okay, so I just pulled some cards just to get further guidance from Spirit. And I feel there's quite a clear message of, things have taken a while. There's been frustration, maybe in this connection especially. And you're kind of seeing, I see the Four of Emotions, the Four of Cups. You're almost seeing like the Three Cups, but not the fourth, right? Like maybe not realizing that there's still a massive opportunity. Also, I feel like maybe the masculine is as well, like he's not realizing that there is a lot more. There's a lot more here, and he's kind of wallowing, but wallowing because the death is happening and trying to hold on, losing hope, but there is healing being brought through, and you are being asked to really be quite decisive, grounded in your Emperor energy. So it's a bit more of the masculine energy now of like going, right, I'm not saying not to use your heart space, but I'm feeling this feeling of like being quite decisive about what you allow in, what you're allowing your thoughts and your feelings to kind of be pulled by. And this is moving. So Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine, it's moving from a 9 of Pentacles or a 9 of Materials to a 10. So this transformation is taking this connection from a 9 to a 10, or taking the individuals from a 9 to a 10. But I really do feel it's the two involved, right? So allow whatever's going on, allow the space for this to happen. Because moving from a 9 to a 10 of Pentacles is pure, greatness and abundance here. However, there is the challenge of this connection being very much in his shadow side, being in that separated moment right now as this death occurs. And it could be a prolonged separation. It could be one that's been going on for a while. It could be one that's just started. It's kind of on and off, on and off. And remember, in these connections, especially with twin flames, there will be multiple various separations until enough work has been done. So sometimes, they'll keep coming back and forth, or they just go through one really huge separation and a lot of the work's been done, so they can come together and carry on healing and doing work, but to be together. So it all just really depends. I think, allowing the space for each other to do the work. But the feeling of no inspiration, a lack of, taking action, or no action is being taken because there is this separated feeling in the twins are in their shadow. I see the Lovers, but it's in reverse. So very much like the connection's there, but it's in its shadow. It's almost like in this painful place right now. Whether it's for the connection itself, or each individual is feeling quite a lot of pain, one maybe versus the other. I feel that a lot of masculines are feeling the pain. If you are feeling pain, feminines, it's really the message to let it go. Really to, if it's anything attached to him, this is the time. And this is exactly what I got. I got that there's pain from the past. There's things, you know, fears with the moon, fears and hidden things and stuff that needs to be released in this full moon of Virgo, not Gemini, but if you're a Gemini, then this might be resonating. And the devil, so there's been toxic patterns or ways of thinking and things like that. Fears, I feel like you're in your head a lot, potentially, about the connection, thinking of the past, things that didn't go well, thinking about why Ace of Cups, Ace of Emotions in reverse, why this hasn't materialized into a stable connection, why this hasn't been grounded, why did we not make it, why can we not make it, right? Get your head out of that, because you will keep bringing in that same energy and it will affect your twin, you know, either or will affect your twin. And my advice for feminines that are listening, or those that resonate with feminine energy, is really try to embody the highest vibration you can. And in order to do that, you need to release in your own space. You need to focus on you and release anything that might be triggering you from the past, from the connection that makes you feel very scared, or, you know, that you can't see, that you don't know. Like, you might be like, well, what's going on with him? I don't know. He's not telling me, or she's not telling me, whatever it is. Let that go, because it's not for you to know. And don't hold on to old ways of how things have been. Let it go with the full moon coming up. So start thinking about what you can let go, and especially where you feel that things have not gone well for you two, or you've missed opportunities and you've not been able to make a go of it. Let it go, because if you keep thinking about you weren't able to make a go of it, you're going to keep bringing in that same energy, and it will affect the other. And they will they'll probably keep pulling back. Also allow them the space, and allow yourself the space to do this process right now. So I would recommend, if your masculine or whatever you resonate with is pulling back, let them to pull back and don't chase. You know, feminines, like I say, we don't chase, we attract. And we deserve our highest and best good at all times, but we need to give to ourselves first. It's you first, me first, me first. It's not selfish. That's what's the most important thing. And if it's something that you're engaging with that is pulling you back or affecting your vibration, don't give to it. Don't entertain it. Pull away. Be with yourself. Work on what those fears are. Work on what those thought patterns are. So full moon in Virgo coming up in about a week's time. I will drop a video to tell you more specifically about that full moon in Virgo and what needs to be released and how you can release it, and some tips and tricks. And with that being said, I hope this channeled message serves you well. So sending you lots of love and light, and don't forget to leave a comment, like, subscribe to the Divine Feminines podcast channel. Bye guys. What just happened there? The phone rang. You are going to get communication. Trust it. Don't try to control this. Allow your masculine and allow yourself to go through whatever you need to shed. Allow them the space. Allow yourself the space. The communication will come in, and it will be a profound one. And at that point, don't try to run. Allow yourself to embrace it and go through it, because this is going to be probably a milestone of a communication, or one of the small stepping stones to a milestone communication that allows you to break through to your new timeline and to form that timeline, which is forming already. It is being created right now as we speak, if you allow it to. So that phone ringing, I was like, oh gosh, the phone rang. And I actually had to remember to give this message. So I was just about to put the video up and I was like, oops, I forgot this part. So imagine that. If I didn't, the phone wouldn't have rang. So all of this is aligned. I was meant to say this, and yeah,